automatic door. Pretty cool. It's a bit dirty. Saggy headliner in the back. But like, who cares, I guess. You can see they try to use thumbtacks to put it back up. Looks like the whole headline in the back is sagging. I'm gonna have to redo that. Big Addy blue guy. This is where the spare tire should be. Oh, is this a tire inflator? Oh, these come with tire inflators, huh? Tire utility. Looks like there's some in there. Okay. So we'll put the key in there. There's lots of pennies in this car, lots of coins. We might make our money back on this. Look how many coins there are. There's coins here. I like that. Tow hitch. Nice little 2-inch. I can't really see down there, but has the Brembo package. These brake rotors are done. Maybe they're not. They have lines, but I might need to figure something out. Big Brembo guy. Big Porsche Brembo guy. It's actually a pretty cool car. If you hear that, it has all the ticking sound. So this is what it's got. Sheba dabba this shit. I'm definitely gonna have to get in the shift knob now. Sunroof. Let's see if the sunroof works. I didn't check that. Would you look at that? Sunroof works. I like the black on black interior. Pop the hood open. P-car gang. Struts work fine. You can hear that from this side of the car. And that kind of goes up with revs. So I have reason to believe that it could be maybe vacuum related or injection related. It could be like an injector O-ring or maybe a back coil. I can see some dirt and grime on that coil right there. I don't see it on these. Could be an injection or whatever issue. Turbo spool is pretty nice. Everything works pretty well with the turbo system. I guess it won't rev that high. Okay. I only got 5 miles on the drive here. Like left over. I drove like about 15 miles and it was good. Only alarming thing I've seen is oil is supposed to look like that. And it kind of looks like it was mixed with diesel or something somehow. But it doesn't smell like it. It could be like a really zinky oil, or it doesn't really look like a head gasket though. Maybe it could be, because this doesn't smell like coolant. And I feel like it'll be milkier, like whiter. I think that's mixing with diesel somehow, somewhere. I don't know how, but I don't have any signs of a head gasket because there's no overheating issues. There's no smoke coming out. And the coolant is also clean, although it's low. So maybe I have a coolant leak mixing with oil somewhere. But I checked the usual suspect where the oil cooler and all of that stuff is under the head gasket or under the intake. See, that's clean. I don't have any sort of reason to believe that could be an issue. I checked under there with a borescope and it's perfectly clean. So, I don't know. But honestly, It looks like this thing is relatively untouched. I don't want to jinx myself, but like relatively untouched. We'll check the oil filter another day. But I think I got a pretty good deal. There's only like a couple alarming issues for me that were almost deal breakers, but I was able to talk her down to a comfortable range. Push control. 2013. Clean headlights, always nice. They're not like fogged up. This was made at the end of 2012, so this is one of the early 2013 models, it looks like. I really don't have anything alarming, other than, so it had a bonded title. She said it had a clean one, but it has a bonded. That was a bit disappointing, to be honest, but I don't plan on really letting go of this car unless it's a terrible deal. But even then, it's like it was such a good deal that I could replace the motor and be still under what one that ran cost, even though it's a lot of work. The only thing I need to do is potentially do a delete, although I don't really want to do a delete because I don't want to have issues with emissions in the future, because I think they're going to start cracking down on that even heavier in Texas. They don't do it, or they don't like require that you get an emissions check for diesels in Texas, but I suspect that will be a thing with the way that car world is going right now. But it had a bonded title, clean title. It was in her name. It was recent, and it was a single mom. I think she just couldn't afford to fix it. Her dad was there with her, but he seemed like a scrappy type of mechanic. Maybe works on Hondas, or maybe just doesn't have any mechanical experience at all. And then like the only thing that I was told was it had the Audi Blue fault, which is like an Audi Blue sensor thing. That could potentially be the issue, where I just either need to replace the sensor, and I'm gonna go through this car completely and like clean all the EGR stuff. The gear lever thing is kind of odd. $295,000 miles. It's a lot of miles. How do you put this many miles? This might be the highest mileage. I do smell a little bit of a diesel smell coming from the air vent. So there might be somewhere where diesel's getting mixed somewhere. AC's cold, although it doesn't blow like very fast, like high for some reason. Maybe that's a Porsche thing, because it does get slower when I go slower and goes a little bit higher, but it's just not like the AC I'm used to. Maybe it's a Porsche thing I'm just not aware of. I got this car for $4,000 all in. It has its quirks. Oh, sunroof doesn't want to close. My BMW does that. Okay, I just need to force it. That sucks. My BMW does that same thing, so I'm not really alarmed by it. I think it's just like it's an old car thing. I mean, everything works very well. I really like this car a lot. Maybe I'm in over my head a little bit, but after going through 4 BMW E90s, I am not really like very scared. And you know, I've worked on various different cars and learned a lot of things. I think it's just a matter of this person or the previous owners, which I'm going to do a Carfax and check out who the previous owners were. I think it's just a matter of like the previous owners just didn't do their maintenance on this car. I mean, it drives really nice. It's really comfortable. There's no stutters. There's nothing. I can flip it in the 4-wheel drive here, all-wheel drive, and it's just, it feels great. Or I guess that's the center lock. I don't know. It feels pretty great. I checked the center lock in reverse too. It worked earlier. I mean, everything about this car is really nice. Horn is great. The shifter thing is a little bit of like a weird, it's not weird, it's just annoying, but it's an old car, so I expect it. I mean, this thing drives amazing. It's comfortable as hell. Seatbelt not on. 1 sec. It stops on a dime. She said that she also recently had the brakes changed. I think it was in the front or all of them, I don't know. But hey, Brembo brakes ain't cheap. So I'll take it. And it stops well, there's no screeching. I mean, look at this. The thing is quick for a little diesel. No smoke in the back at all. Like, it's pretty comfy. I mean, it's great. I don't want to like go too far down the road because I only got 5 miles on this, and I really need that 5 miles to be able to move it in and out of my driveway. So for whenever I'm ready to work on it, I can put it under the shade in my garage. But bro, this thing is incredible. I'm very happy. I am really confused because on the pictures of the 958 ones, because I believe this is a 958 because it came out, it was built in October of 2012, and it's a 2013 model. The 958 ones have a different steering wheel. Like the paddle shifting thing is here, but for some reason it's here, and it works. First gear. Let's see. She's slow though. It's not the PDK. And then, you know, flip back into drive. It's back in drive, whatever. I mean, this thing is really cool. Really, 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 really cool. I am very happy with this. I think it's going to be a fun little fixer-upper project slash eventually it's going to be my new daily. I've been dailying my 1 Series for a while. No backup camera, which kind of sucks. I'm surprised that I thought these came with backup cameras, but I guess they don't. So we just gonna try not to hit anything. Oh, my roof is getting scratched. I think that's good. This thing is a really cool car. I like it a lot. Parked under my tree that I just trimmed so I can fit under here. It's cool. I don't know how the menus work, but I really do wish that these cars had like a center dial in the middle, like my mom's Mercedes, because it's just so nice to be able to scroll right here versus having to grab up on anything. I mean, sound, car. I guess this is like the scroller. That's so far away from the driver if this is a scroller. So this is the scroller. It doesn't work amazing. There's not anything on here. Am I tripping? How do I get to nav? This does not have nav. TP vehicle handover. What the fuck? What the heck are you? Option. Huh. Phone. Sat. It's not touchscreen. That's so weird. It's a weird little car. Huh. That's the locks. Awesome. Mono. I don't know what mono is. We'll figure that out another time. But I just don't know how do I get into the phone option not available. Phone function not available. Okay. There might be a module in this that might be bad. Huh. I think that this is a pretty cool car. Is it a good financial decision? It's definitely not. Definitely not a good financial decision. But you work hard, you play hard. I need a new daily driver that can tow my race car. And I thought it'd just be perfect. I think it handles really nice. It feels great. It's comfortable, and it gets an amazing MPG. I heard, or I've seen from on YouTube and other reviews and stuff. I've seen that some people get up to 50 miles per gallon on these things, which is insane. I think that's when they're deleted, which is kind of like, and then towing, they get like 30 miles per gallon, which is insane. So it's kind of everything that I'm looking for in a car at the moment, and I think it'll be a fun little project. The engine really doesn't seem too hard to work on from what I've seen, and it's a Volkswagen engine as well. They use them in the Touareg and then the Audi A7 or Q7. Some other models too, I think. Some of the Audi cars. Yeah, I think that I should be well within a really great range. I mean, 4,000 is a great starting point to like start a fixer-upper. That's like a Porsche, I think. Parts don't seem super expensive. Like I said, like you work hard, you play hard. There's no such thing as a cheap Porsche, that's for sure. But I think I definitely bought the cheapest Porsche Cayenne Diesel in the country, and also maybe the highest mileage Porsche Cayenne Diesel in the country as well. 295,779 miles. I don't know how you rack up that many miles in a 2013. I guess you could, but yeah, it's a lot of miles. But this is gonna be a cool car to learn and grow with, and hopefully turn this into a little cool mall crawler, because you know I'm definitely gonna put some Overland stuff on it, but I'm definitely not gonna be doing any Overland stuff. So it's definitely gonna be a mall crawler, I admit that. But yeah, I think this thing is sick.